Hi, my name is Taylor, and today I have taken out this gorgeous early 1900s Edwardian petticoat. Edwardian petticoats of this time can be characterized as full in the back and flat in the front. As you see here, the front does not have too much gathering. It's mainly just draping and having a fuller hem at the bottom that helps give it its shape. But as you see in the back here, there are wonderful tightly stitched gathers. So this is a crucial characteristic into achieving the ideal S-bend silhouette of the time. And petticoats could be made up of a variety of materials, including cotton, silk, wool, linen, and those fibers would be naturally available to the wearer at that time. Actually, the contents and the way fabric is made up then is a lot different than fabric is made now. While manufacturing techniques are somewhat similar, they have advanced, but in a lot of ways, the quality has also dwindled, which is why you don't see a lot of garments nowadays lasting quite as long as these extant garments right here. Now, as you see, this petticoat has a wonderful, lovely trim, and actually, right here is for lace insertion. Ribbon insertion is commonly seen in petticoats like this. However, the embroidery details are quite marvelous, as you see. Since we're on the topic of trims, decorations, and ribbon, a common ribbon material that would have been used during this time is most likely silk, maybe some sort of like linen ribbon, because rayon was not invented at the time quite yet, so I can't say for sure that a rayon ribbon would have been used for this ensemble. Now, onto the trim of this wonderful Edwardian petticoat. Upon my first examination of this petticoat, I had noticed a trim that was like one of the most defining details when I had initially saw this, but I wanted to figure out how, in fact, this was made. I didn't know if it was machine embroidered during that time or if someone had hand embroidered it. My guess is that all of this embroidery is machine done. However, upon closer examination, I see that there is a wonderful little fun trim attached to this panel. And underneath this petticoat, there is a pleated ruffle. So this petticoat seems to have been seamed at this row of stitching right here, and it seems like there was a bit of a split inside. So in order to attach this embroidered cotton trim onto the rest of this Edwardian petticoat, they had patterned just a little cut and split in the skirt here, added seam allowance, that way the trim could neatly be inserted into the petticoat. This appears to be more of a summer style Edwardian petticoat. I gathered that this piece could have been worn under many sort of garments, probably a lingerie dress, which is very popular at the time. Lingerie dresses are just sheer cotton dresses worn over usually more elaborately decorated underwear, such as this. But it could also be worn during the winter. Cotton petticoats are perfect during the winter because they actually help pocket warm air. So when sandwiched properly between a layer of wool, cotton just serves as a really good insulator to keep you warm, and that is also a good way many Edwardians of this era had stayed warm during these chilly winters. Also, There are quilted petticoats during this era. This just happens to be one that isn't quilted, but I do hope to obtain a quilted petticoat sometime later, further down the line, so we can go into more depth about how that is constructed. There are quite a few flaws in this garment. There are holes that have occurred over time. Sometimes things get caught on to certain stuff and holes or rips occur. But throughout history, people have used darning, just a classic whip stitch, and patching to repair these garments over time because clothing was not exactly cheap, but they were high quality and lasted a long time. And as you can see, it has survived plenty of wear despite having holes. And I have actually practiced a few techniques. I have darned this hole right here. I think I darned another side. And I just did some simple repairs to this garment. Nothing much, as you can see. Now, many petticoats of this time also included pin tucks, and pin tucks are perfect for a body that changes. Most commonly, it's used for children during this time, so as they grew up, pin tucks could be released and the skirt would lengthen. It's also a great decorative piece. This petticoat does not necessarily have pin tucks in it, but I did think that the ruffles of the skirt were quite interesting. Not only because they just are like a fun, quirky decorative element, but the ruffles also serve to help push out the trim and achieve a nice, ideal A-line type skirt shape. Ultimately, these petticoats have continued to serve as a layering, cooling, warmth, and also as decorative pieces. Petticoats have been so useful throughout history and continue to be relevant. Petticoats are still used even today, and they have evolved for just our modern clothing, whether it's just a underskirt for a sundress that you're wearing, or people still actually do wear petticoats. I am an historical costumer, and I love historical fashion, so I wear petticoats underneath my skirts, and they help just achieve a good, nice shape, and also keep me warm or keep me cool during any sort of weather. So, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to share, like, engage, because it really does help. I love talking about history, fashion history, and exploring museum pieces, and also conservation. So, if you guys are interested, I also have a shop, nori.me, and be sure to check it out for more fashion pieces. And I hope to see you guys in another video. Thank you so much for watching, and happy fashion, happy sewing, happy this, happy that. Okay, bye.